Welcome to episode 102 of the 2 Minute Warning. Today I'm going over my week 12 picks for the NFL this week. Just a recap to start off with Thursday Night Football. Seahawks versus Cardinals. Russell Wilson got the job done, winning 28-21 over the Cardinals. Just goes to show, if you give Russell Wilson just a little bit of help, he'll do the rest for you. They got a running game back with Carlos Hyde. They still don't have their starter, Chris Carson, but something's better than nothing. And the addition of Carlos Dunlap on defense was great for them. Defense is still weak, but it showed progression. Carlos Dunlap even got the game-winning sack on Kyler Murray to seal the game and put the Cardinals ahead in the division again. Like I said, goes to show, give Russell Wilson just a little bit of help. He's good enough to do the rest for you. First matchup for Sunday, Eagles versus Browns. Gonna have to play safe and roll with the 6-3 Browns at home versus the 3-6-1 Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to take a tough loss. I personally do like Carson Wentz. I think he gets a bad rap just because of the situation he's in. Not many people realize he doesn't have many guys to throw to. Running backs are inconsistent. Defense is weak. Obviously, not a lot of guys are going to do well in a situation. Is he still being a turnover machine? Yes, but I still think he gets a worse rap than he actually is. He's not like Trubisky out here. But like I said, I'm going to roll the Browns. Nick Chubb, I think, is going to get a huge workload, and the Browns are going to win safely by at least a touchdown. Next matchup, Falcons versus Saints. A lot of speculation behind Sean Payton's decision to start Taysom Hill, who's only had, I think, like 18 passing attempts in his entire career, and he's 30. Jameis Winston is, I don't know his exact age, 26, 27. He's been a starter for 5 seasons. He's thrown for 5,000 yards last year. Yeah, he turns the ball over, but in my opinion, this is just a play by Sean Payton to throw off the opposing team's defense or offense, what the game plan for. I think we'll definitely see Jameis in this time. Drew Brees is out and getting healthy. I think Jameis has definitely learned a lot sitting behind Drew Brees for an entire half a season, and I think he's going to be developing very well, and it's going to be great. And this few starts, I do believe he'll get after we see Taysom Hill play for this game. Jameis might even come this game. Could earn a job on a starting team for Jameis in the future. I'm going to roll with the Saints. Close game, though. Falcons always play well against the Saints. I think by touchdown at the most is what the Saints come away with this one. I think it'd be closer, even down to 3 points. Third matchup, Bengals versus Washington. That Washington win, if they win this, is a big win for them. I mean, one win in that NFC East for any team, and you're kind of already jumping to a possible playoff team, sadly. But I'm going to roll with Joe Burrow. I think he's going to increase his case for Rookie of the Year, get his third win against Washington, who actually has a number 1 passing defense. And Bengals wide receiver core is struggling with John Ross, who knows what that situation is. AJ Green, who knows what that situation is. He does still have T. Higgins, does still have Tyler Boyd. Joe Mixon's in and out, and he has Giovanni Bernard. Maybe he can heat things up. I doubt it. He's getting old. But I like Joe Burrow compared to the Washington quarterback situation. I love Joe Burrow, and I think he's going to look great. Taking the Bengals. Next game, Lions versus Panthers. Panthers are out Teddy Bridgewater, out Christian McCaffrey. They don't look good this season. Matt Stafford, very underrated quarterback in my opinion. I don't want to say he's a top 10 quarterback, but if he was on a team that had a better situation, better receivers around him, better coach, better defense, I seriously think Matt Ryan could be a great quarterback that could take his team to the playoffs and then would definitely be a top 10 quarterback. Even now, it's arguable. I'm going to roll with the Lions. Like I said, just too many injuries on the Panthers. Steelers versus Jags. I don't know if I have much to say. Gardner Minshew's not in. If that was your one hope on the Jaguars to win. James Robinson looking like a great rookie running back, but Steelers, they're not going to end their undefeated streak against the Jaguars. Steelers easily. Great matchup. Titans versus Ravens. Both just came off a tough loss. Ravens lost to the Patriots. Titans lost to the Colts at home. Ravens lost in Foxborough with terrible weather. Really, I don't want to. This might be a little too soon to say, but whoever loses this matchup might be out of the playoffs. Titans fall another game. They're now 2 games behind the Colts. Ravens fall another game. They're now 4 or 5 games back of the Steelers. Then that wild card contention between the Browns, Raiders, Dolphins, Titans, Colts, and Ravens. That's too many spots for only 3 teams to make it. So, but my final decision, I think Derrick Henry's going to get rolling again. He's been cold lately. He's going to get hot again. I like Tannehill. I like Henry. I like the Titans' defense. I think they're going to get score early. We know Lamar doesn't play well from behind. I think the Titans will score early, control the pace, and Lamar's going to, I don't want to say choke, but he's going to need to rely on passing, and we know he can't. I'm going to go with the Titans. Patriots versus Texans. Not a whole lot to say. Both struggling teams. Deshaun Watson's a great quarterback, kind of in a crappy situation. Don't have a great coach. Wide receiver, depth chart's decent, but he doesn't have a number 1 guy like he did with DeAndre. Defense is awful. Deshaun Watson, great quarterback, could be a future MVP in 3, 4, 5 years, maybe 2 years. I don't know. Great guy, but Patriots just have a better coaching staff. I wouldn't say Cam is currently better than Deshaun in his career. Overall, it's going to come down to who outcoaches who in this crappy game, and I'm always going to roll with the God, Bill Belichick, and the Patriots. Next game, Dolphins versus Broncos. Tua is going to continue his undefeated streak. He's going to go 4-0 as a rookie. I think he'll even go 6-0 because he plays the Broncos this week, then the Jets, then the Bengals. Then that'll just put him at 6-0 and maybe fight the Rookie of the Year case versus Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. And I just don't think the Broncos look good. Drew Lock had 3 picks last game against a Raiders defense. Dolphins defense is arguably even better. So I'm going to roll Tua, the safe pick in the Dolphins. Jets versus Chargers. Another rookie quarterback that could increase his Rookie of the Year race contention. It's very close, in my opinion, between those 3 guys, and even you could throw in Justin Jefferson. But Justin Herbert, get to see him play with that new buzz cut. Jets are going to continue their defeated streak. I don't know if they'll win a game this season. I think this is good for the Chargers to finally get a win under their belt. They have 2, but another one. Hopefully Anthony Flynn could keep his job with a couple more wins, and they give him another year to give him another shot. Obviously, if he does bad next year, he needs to be fired. But as for this game, I got the Chargers. Just better all around on paper between offense and defense. Packers versus Colts, another great matchup. I'm going to roll with Aaron Rodgers in the Packers just because Phillip Rivers has actually been playing good. I'm not going to knock him there. But we know he can be a turnover machine. He hasn't thrown a pick in the past 2 games, and I hate to say it, I do think he's due for a bad game to throw a pick or 2, and Aaron Rodgers is definitely going to capitalize on those opportunities. Colts are at home, which is an advantage for Phillip Rivers in that Colts defense, but like I said, I'm banking on Aaron Rodgers to outplay Phillip Rivers exponentially in this game, so I'm rolling with the Packers. Excuse me. Cowboys versus Vikings. Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook have won the past 3 games straight. Dalvin Cook, if you had to give MVP to a non-quarterback, would win it right now. I think he continues to stay hot. Cowboys do get Andy Dalton back, but we could see him turn into a vegetable and break his head again. I'm going to roll with the Vikings, and they go to 4 wins straight. Chiefs versus Raiders. That last matchup, the Chiefs lost to the Raiders. Their only loss was kind of a fluke, in my opinion. Still close game, I guess. Only down 8 points, 40-32 loss for the Chiefs. I think they're going to show the Raiders that was a fluke. You're not going to get that again and beat them by at least 2-3 scores in Las Vegas, in the Raiders' house on Sunday night. And I don't think it'll be close. I think the Chiefs are going to show them we're the boss. We're going to go back-to-back, and I do think they'll go back-to-back. And possibly the Raiders fall to 6-4. That makes the playoff contention for them even harder. Last matchup, Rams versus Buccaneers. Very good matchup for both teams. The Buccaneers, if they want to try and win that division still, it's going to be tough, but they need to capitalize while Drew Brees is out and injured. So this is a must-win for them, in my opinion. And Jared Goff, kind of similar to Phillip Rivers' situation, he could definitely play, and he's not a bad quarterback, but he does turn the ball over at times, and I do think he's due for a game where he throws a pick or so. This is going to be a real defensive matchup between Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, and that Bucs pass rush between Shaq Barrett, JPP, Vita Vea, Ndamukong Suh. I just love this game. It's going to be defensive. Whoever wins defensively. I think we actually see Antonio Brown get his first touchdown this game with Jalen Ramsey likely being on Mike Evans. I think we'll get a lot of feed from Antonio Brown. He's going to help the Bucs win that game. I'm rolling with the Bucs and Tom Brady to push to 7-3 and fight for that division. That's my opinion. That's Week 12. Doom in the morning.